Doing this. Where are we filming the intro? What are we doing?
Right there.
Okay. Hey guys, Tasson with Dead Air Silencers, and I'm joined with Miles today, and we are going to talk to you about short barrel AR-15s and how to suppress them.
So when we talk about a short-barreled AR-15, obviously legally that is anything under 16 inches. But for the purposes of this video, we're thinking more in the realm 10.5, 11.5, 12.5, an actual short barrel on an AR-15.
Why are we talking about this? Well, AR-15s and especially short barrel AR-15s are becoming more and more popular with pistol braces and the ease of filing for tax stamps for these short barrel rifles.
And with short-barreled rifles in general, they're a little more unpleasant to shoot, so knowing how to suppress your weapons platform the correct way will make a world of difference in your shooting experience.
Some things to consider when suppressing a short barrel 5.56 AR-15 are going to be, obviously you're going to have more unburnt gunpowder exiting the barrel. You're additionally going to have more pressures exiting the barrel. Also coming back here to the chamber, you're going to have more chamber pop on an AR-15. So something to be aware of. There are a few different things you can change out when suppressing this gun. Certain things like adjustable gas blocks in the front. Additionally, you've got adjustable bolt carrier groups, buffer weights, silent capture springs. All of those things can lead to a quieter firearm in this system. 5.56 is generally supersonic. There are some subsonic rounds out there, but you're going to have to actuate the charging handle every single time you would use those particular cartridges. So for the purpose of this video and general usage to the public, everybody's going to be shooting these supersonic rounds, which break the sound barrier. The cool thing about running suppressed is it's going to be quieter, obviously at the shooter's ear and at the muzzle, but downrange you're going to hear that supersonic crack. And that's when it's breaking that sound barrier.
And there's no real way to get rid of that either. Suppressor's not going to do anything about the crack. It's just something you have to deal with the supersonic cartridge.
Absolutely.
So as Tasson already mentioned, there's a few main things you can do to help set your gun up better for a suppressor. Adjustable gas block, adjustable bolt carrier, different buffer weights and spring weights. So we're going to start at the front, adjustable gas block. I don't have one on this gun, but obviously pretty much everyone knows what that is. You're giving it more gas or less gas. We carry the rifle speed ones at Dead Air because those ones have been awesome for us. You have 12 points of adjustment and you can really fine tune the gas and fine tune how the gun is cycling. When you move up further, I do have an adjustable bolt carrier in this gun. This is the bootleg adjustable carrier. This has 4 different positions between suppressed and unsuppressed. So you're basically just giving the gun more gas or less gas. When the gun is over gassed, it's going to be a little bit louder. And then we move to the back, buffer weights and spring weights. This is going to be the most common and the easiest way to help tune your gun a little. If you go heavier spring, heavier buffer, what that does is keep your bolt closed for longer. The extra weight means that it's a little harder for the gas to push the bolt back. And so there's a little tiny bit of time extra for gas to go out the front. And even though it doesn't seem like that might make a huge difference, that's a very common adjustment that actually does make quite a bit of difference in how your gun cycles and sounds.
I also think it's really important to note that closing your bolt or your bolt carrier group on your chamber in an AR-15 rifle is going to be louder than the OSHA hearing safe limit. So be aware of that when you're shooting large strings of fire, even with the suppressed firearm. Something to note, a little bit louder.
Great, now I have tinnitus.
At Dead Air, we have a number of different silencers that are going to be ideal for short barrel AR-15 5.56 applications. To start off, we have the tried and true Sandman S and Sandman K. We've also got one of my favorites, the Wolverine. We've got the traditional Nomad series in the stainless steel versions. And then we also have some of our newer models, the Sierra 5, the Lazarus 6, and the Sandman X.
You may notice he didn't mention any cans that are made from titanium. In general, titanium is something you kind of stick to bolt actions with or a slow rate of fire. Semi-autos, people tend to mag dump into trash and stuff like that, and a titanium can gets very hot very quick. So when you're going for semi-auto 5.56 cans, you typically want to stay with a more durable material. So that's why the list he ran down is much more durable cans than titanium.
So one of my favorite choices for a short barrel AR-15 and 5.56 is going to be the Sandman X. I have it here in this configuration with a Xeno adapter. What's cool about this silencer is that it's going to be made out of Haynes 282, which is a super alloy that is high heat and erosion resistant. Additionally, it's got our Triskelion gas management system inside of it that's going to bleed off a whole ton of gases out of the front of the silencer while maintaining great decibel reduction with this cartridge. Additionally, this is a stock 12.7 inch rifle that you can buy from Palmetto State Armory off the rack. There's no modifications done, and this silencer is not going to hinder the operation and usage of this rifle. So let's take a few shots downrange. So as you guys can see, ejected just fine, no hiccups in operation, great sound.
On the polar opposite of the spectrum is a gun like this. It's got all the accessories fully built out. This is a 10.5 inch barrel. I don't have an adjustable gas block on it. Instead, I have an adjustable bolt carrier. This is the bootleg, and it's set all the way to the suppress setting. I also have an H2 buffer and a Sprinko blue spring in here. Part of why I did all this is because I'm running the Sierra 5 on this gun. This is the traditional baffle design. It's higher back pressure than the new Triskelion stuff. And so these things help mitigate some of the pressure that's running through this system. Helps it run better, helps it sound better.
Here we have one of my favorites, which is going to be the Lazarus 6 silencer. I've got this one set up with a chemo. It's Haynes 282 as the material, so again, high heat, erosion resistant. And then it's got our Triskelion gas management system. I just love the way this silencer sounds with its tone and its gas reduction. Let's shoot this thing. So what I really love about the Lazarus 6 silencer is obviously going to be the decibel reduction levels, the gas blowback, and then of course the tone. And tone is very important to the shooters here. All human ears perceive sound a little bit differently. This one's my favorite. Hopefully that answers some questions you guys may have about suppressing your short barrel AR-15. If you guys have any questions or want to see us shoot any specific suppressed rifles in the future, please put them in the comments below and check everything out at deadersilencers.com.